Housemarque, twin stick shooter. Need we say more? Well, we're going to find out. Alienation, what is it?
Well, it's Housemarque's like most ambitious game to date, and it's kind of a mixture in some ways of Resogun and Dead Nation. You know, there are certainly parts of both games here to see, but it's actually a whole lot more than that as well, because another one of our key goals really is that the game's like deeper than any other Housemarque game that you've played. So it's action-packed. It is first and foremost an action game, but there's lots of tactics, there's different character classes, leveling up, and a whole lot of depth you've not seen in any Housemarque game before.
Excellent, because during the presentation there, you did say that's how they pitched it to you originally, Dead Nation plus Resogun. Can we sort of talk about what your relationship is with Housemarque? How does it work with XDev?
Sure, so I mean, I've actually worked with Housemarque myself for about 5 years now, and all the way through Resogun, and the back end of Dead Nation, Stardust Delta, and now Alienation, and some other things that we're doing that I can't talk about today. But yeah, so basically we work together very, very closely, and it's just a mega collaboration basically to really take their games and take their vision and get the very best from the team and make sure it fits to PlayStation and the visions that we've got and the audiences that we're targeting as well to get the very best out of what they make. So we're constantly throwing ideas back and forth between us, and then obviously we get to cover events like today and show off the work that we've been doing.
So basically they will be designing and building the game, toss you builds for your feedback.
Yeah, we don't literally quite toss them these days. That was the old days when they were on floppy disk and we could literally throw them over the screen. But obviously these days, everything's electronic. But yeah, we're getting builds. We provide lots of feedback to them. They'll provide feedback again to our ideas. And it's especially not uncommon to take screenshots, start sketching over things, and just really throwing ideas around. Working especially with Hari Tikkanen, who's their creative director on the team, but all the guys on the design team, and especially the tech coding team as well.
You mentioned just how deep Alienation is. Can we sort of discuss and expand on that? How is it that deep?
Yeah, I can certainly expand on that a little bit. So I guess if you look at it in comparison to Resogun or Dead Nation, for example, you can have ships in Resogun and they get upgrades as you play through, always the same upgrades, and online is always co-op with 2 players, right, in both games, indeed in every Housemarque game that we've done so far. So here in Alienation, we have 4-player co-op for the first time, and we also have some PvP modes that we're working on. But I think the key thing is that there are 3 unique character classes in the game, which you can see here today. And they all have a special character class that you get by default right now at the start of the game, and other skills that you can level up and build up as you go through. So in some ways, you'll see inspirations from more modern games, particularly games like Destiny and Diablo, which are really lofty for the scope of this game. But you'll see inspirations from those games in this game as well.
And the idea is you and friends jump in. I mean, is there a campaign structure, is it randomized levels? How does it work?
Yeah, so there's a story, there is a story kind of flow that you go through, but the whole game is online. I mean, as I said in my presentation, the entire game is online focused. So people can drop in and drop out of games, you can call for help from other players, and at any time people can come in and help you out. And I think the key thing with the tactics that we're doing, again, playing to the depth of the game, is that when we look at all of the powers and the characters, we're really looking for abilities that can create new ways for people to play together. And so, for example, the healer class, it'll heal people within line of sight, which is fondly with the placeholder graphics. That's the one that's called the hula hoop right now. And then the other ones that we've got in here, the tank currently right now for this build, you can generate a shield, so you can effectively cast that to other players that are in your line of sight. And then the 3rd character class, giving the whole game away here, this demo anyway, can basically go invisible, and that's very Metal Gear. This is the Saboteur or Ninja character, as it's most often called. And right now that just looks like a box, which actually in playtesting all of the candidates pretty much called it the fridge. So we're calling it the fridge right now, like a refrigerator. And
it'd be nice if that sort of carries on to the actual game.
It might be pretty cool having a fridge in a game, you never know. But these powers can combine with each other as well. So you can have shields and be invisible, for example. And you could also stack healing on top of that. So you could be invisible, have a shield, and being healed at the same time. And it's these skills together with the different characters' core traits and the weapons that they might have, and the level of upgraded weapons that just create this great depth that you've not seen in a Housemarque game before.
Now, just having a quick hands-on myself, it was like total enemy horde mode, you know, I was getting rushed all over. Is there sort of ebb and flow to the battle, or as with more traditional twin stick shooters, it's pretty much hardcore from the off?
There is ebb and flow. I don't know which difficulty level this was hosted at, because this is actually the easier of the two levels that we're going to show today.
Oh dear, I suck. That's what this is.
Yeah, I'd say this level ebbs and flows much more. The other level is much more of a full-on attack in your face, with loads more enemies, to be quite honest. So this may have been set up on like hard, even though I really don't know what the guys selected. There's actually 5 levels of difficulty right now. I think particularly if you played it on easy, you'd see that ebb and flow of the level very clearly. And
with bosses, any bosses in it?
Yeah, so kind of bosses, sub-bosses, end bosses, special bosses, elite ranked enemies. So again, the depth of the game as you go through, there'll be special enemies and they will drop loot. I mean, the core experience, like I said, it's an action game first and foremost, and it's all about looting and shooting at the end of the day.
Well, in wrapping up then, when can people get their hands on with this?
Okay, I should have said shooting and looting, but...
we can do that again, shooting and looting.
Yeah. When can people get hands on with it? So we're not announcing dates today, but you know, please do check in with us. We're obviously going to keep you posting, be releasing a lot more details as we go through the rest of the year to E3 and beyond.
Listen, thank you very much for taking the time.
All right, thank you very much.